literally only need 2 products, and when I say 2 products, I mean 2 products. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing one of the most requested videos of all time, and it's how I get my flawless under eye. I honestly feel like my bright under eye is sometimes just in such a staple in my makeup look. I thought what's not better than actually show you in depth today how to get a bright under eye and get it seamless and not creasing as well. Let's just get straight into the video. Okay, so the products you need for this flawless under eye, you literally only need 2 products, and when I say 2 products, I mean 2 products. So the one I always go in with is a really thick and creamy concealer, and this is the best one I've ever used. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in shade Swan. I quite literally use this in every single one of my makeup looks at the moment. So this is the concealer you'll need to get this flawless under eye. Obviously, if this concealer isn't in your price range, my favorite like drugstore one I used to use was the e.l.f. Camo concealer. I'm not sure what shade I used to use it in, but I'm sure it was like a light beigey colour. And then for powder, I honestly feel like this is just the only powder which is going to work for this. Obviously there's loads and loads of powders out there, but this is the best one I've ever used, and it makes it not crease and it smells amazing. And this is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder. This is in shade Pound Cake, and honestly this is the best powder I've ever used. You need to honestly get anything which is going to change your makeup, get this. Like, this is honestly insane. These are the 2 products you're going to need. Obviously ideally you need to get both of these. Let's get into the video and let's actually put these on my face. So let's go. So to apply this concealer, I do just go straight in just with the applicator and just put it straight onto my face. I'm actually going to have a look in my mirror right now. If you guys didn't watch my last video, I was saying how I got this in PR, and it's just gonna pop out in every single one of my videos now, and it's just the most perfect mirror. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just put this on my face. So first of all, I take the applicator and I literally just do kind of like a little dot either side like that, and then I always do a dot here, almost like lifting up underneath the eyes, and then I like to basically just do like a little V or like a triangle shape, just like that. I'm just going to go ahead and put a bit more concealer on my face as well, because obviously I'm starting this video in the middle of my makeup, so it's a bit of an awkward one. For the under eyes, this is what I do to start with, and I let this sit for maybe like a minute or 2. The longer you let it sit, the more coverage it's going to be. And with this concealer, it doesn't dry very quickly. It goes a bit tacky, but that's what you want, because obviously that's what the powder is going to stick to. I'm just going to go ahead and put a bit more concealer on my face, and then I'll be back when we can blend out the concealer. Okay, so as you can see, I have just gone ahead and just blended some concealer into my face, mainly just on my chin and on my forehead, but that's a whole makeup tutorial for another video. This video, obviously, we're focusing on under the eyes, so as you can see, the concealer is still looking like this. However, because I've now waited a few minutes, it's now time to blend out, so I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with the Real Techniques 242 brush, and this is the one I always use to blend under my eyes. Another thing I do use though, I always go ahead with this first, and then I go ahead with a beauty blender, really just to blend it into my skin. So I'm just going to start off with this eye, and I'm literally just going to dab inwards like this, and kind of just dab it in one spot, and then slowly dragging it up the eye, if you can see what I'm doing there. However, one thing you don't want to do, you do not want to drag it. I like to blend out the big dollop of the concealer first, and then you can blend around it and blend it into your base. And then when it comes to the outer corner here, I kind of like to do a little blend like this, just to create that lift in your face when I don't have the concealer with this lifting effect. For some reason I just don't like my makeup as much. Obviously you don't really want a harsh line, so I do just go ahead and just kind of tap the line out once the majority of the concealer is blended out. And then I literally do the exact same on the other side. You can watch me as I do it. As you can see, I'm just blending out the original like dollop of the concealer first, and then I go ahead and blend it into my inner corner, and then blend it out like that, and then with the end, like the other side, I'm literally just dragging it up like this, and then kind of blending out the harsh line at the end. It's honestly so quick and easy. I feel like the main tip for getting this full coverage concealer is mainly just leave it as long as you can. Obviously right now it's looking quite bright, I know that. I mean, some people don't like bright under eyes, so obviously if you don't like a bright under eye, this video isn't for you, because I'm gonna get the most brightest under eyes possible without them looking silly. Like, I feel like right now this obviously looks a bit silly on this side, so I am gonna blend that out, don't you worry. I do reckon it's because I put way more concealer on this side than I have this side, but I will just blend it out with a little bit of bronzer, or yeah, just a bit of bronzer. I probably do have a bit of excess bronzer on just this brush here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just blend this out. I feel like the main thing for this as well is you want it to blend seamlessly. I think that looks a bit better now, just blending out like that. And same on the other side. To be fair, I think the other side's fine actually, just because it kind of wasn't too bad bad as it is already. I'm just gonna blend a bit down my nose as well. And then I think the concealer under the eyes is now all done. And now we can go in with powder, and honestly, with this powder, it's really just gonna transform this whole look. I know I did say one thing. I said I was gonna use a beauty blender to blend out the inner corners, but I honestly don't think I need to do that anymore. I really do think I've blended it out enough with this brush. It really depends. If you're going like full in, like full glam, use a little beauty blender as well, because I feel like this will also help to just blend it out as best as you can with also keeping it like very full coverage. Because my actual base today is quite light, it's quite natural, whether I'm still obviously doing this bright under eye, so I won't need to use a beauty blender. But like I said, if you're doing a full glam look, like proper full heavy base, use a beauty blender. Okay, so now it's time to do powder. Obviously I'm going in with the Huda Beauty powder. It's honestly the best powder you'll ever use. I've literally never gone back to any other powder. I just like to go ahead with this powder puff, and then I just dab it into the powder. One thing you can also do as well, I always get scared about breaking this little sifter, but you actually can take this out now. I wish you could actually see me trying to undo this right now. Let me just sort this out and then I'll be back. But I'm going to take out the little sifter bit, because when you take this out, you can obviously get as much powder as you can. I'm just going to go ahead and take this little sifter out, and then I'll be back. Okay, I am now back, and I've managed to take off the top of this. When I like to go in with my powder now, I literally just go in straight with the powder, just like this, so it's on the edge of the powder puff like that. Then just before I go ahead and just put on my powder, I just like to blend out any creasing at all under the eyes, because I feel like this is also a step which honestly is crucial, because if you have any lines or anything in your face, you're just going to be setting them with the powder. It's so much better to blend out any creasing or lines before, trust me. But anyway, I'm now going to go ahead and actually apply the powder. I'm just literally just going to start off by doing a little line next to my nose like that, and then I like to kind of go obviously just right on top of where I had the concealer and just do almost like a V shape like that. I'm just going to go ahead and get a bit more powder on the powder puff, and then I kind of drag down and then pat outwards, and then almost creating another line, like lifting upwards like this. As you can see, it's like that there, and then on the other side as well. And I sometimes just like to double it up with powder right in the inner corner, because this powder is what's gonna also brighten your makeup look. So I'm just gonna do this again on both sides, so it's now looking like this. And then after I put this powder on, I literally wait about 3 to 5 minutes, not that long, just long enough so the powder can actually like soak into your skin. Not soak into your skin, but you know, like bake, what people call baking. I'm gonna let the powder bake a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and just maybe wait like 3 to 5 minutes, and then I'll be back and we can blend out the powder. I'm now back, and 3 to 5 minutes has passed. I honestly think it's been longer than 5 minutes. I feel like the longer you leave it on, the better it will be. But obviously you don't want to leave it on for too long, just because it might dry out your skin too much. Now I'm going to go ahead and actually blend this out. I'm just going to go ahead with the same brush I actually used for my concealer, and this is the Real Techniques 242 brush again. I'm just swiping the powder away, almost going down and then bringing it up, just lifting it up like that. It honestly blends out so easily and so quickly, and as you can see, it's just really brightened my eyes naturally. I just like to do the exact same on the other side as well. Obviously the more powder you have, the more powder is going to come off when you brush it away. I'm going to use a bit of the excess powder to actually powder a little bit on my face, because I obviously don't want to waste it, and I also use powder on my face as well. So yeah, that's what I like to do. I might actually put a little bit of powder on my chin. Powder is now all blended out. I'm really in a predicament if I should put lashes on or not. Like, my heart's telling me yes. I don't know, sometimes I just hate having cluster lashes on. Like, I just find it so overstimulating having cluster lashes on. But anyway, this is what my under eyes are looking like. If I come up close, you can really see how smooth and flawless they are. I feel like I might put a bit more makeup on and everything now, but honestly I feel like that's it for this video. This was such a quick video to film, and if you like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I can't believe we've hit like 25k subscribers now. Like, what is my life? Genuinely, thank you so much. I don't think I've made it in YouTube, but like 25,000 subscribers, like, it's actually insane. So grateful for each and every one of you. And if you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate it. It's literally just a little red button down below. You just hit it and click subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my next videos, because I'm gonna be making such good Halloween makeup looks. You guys are not ready. I have so many planned. I hope you guys are going to enjoy them as well. You won't miss out on them. Obviously, if you hit the subscribe button, because then obviously my videos will pop up on your homepage. Let me know if you end up trying this flawless under eye makeup look, because it was actually suggested by someone on my YouTube, and I was like, what a good idea, because it doesn't take too long to film. I feel like it's really helpful for you guys as well. So yeah, but anyway, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed, and yeah, I love you guys. Bye.